Hi, we're Graham and Tracy, the Flying Finnies.
And we have just returned from a month in country number 8, Vietnam. We're back in our home city of Sydney and we're reflecting on what a fabulous month we had there.
We had gone to Vietnam from Taiwan. We'd spent around about a week in Taiwan, and for those of you who are interested in Taiwan, please feel free to have a look at the videos that we've just published, including some fantastic night markets and also things to do in Taiwan on a budget.
So Vietnam was our next stop on our quest to get to 60 countries by the time we turned 60. So we started our trip in Vietnam with a few days in Hanoi, and we really didn't have much of a plan for what the whole month was going to look like. So we put it out to the world, we sent out an Instagram post and asked people for suggestions. The overwhelming majority of people said we couldn't miss Halong Bay and the Hajiang Loop. So in this video, we're going to take you through our trip to Halong Bay. We got a fabulous upgrade on the boat that we booked, so it's definitely worth watching for that alone.
I'm wondering, the whole Hajiang Loop thing, is that because people love seeing us on scooters?
Maybe they like seeing us on scooters. You'll have to watch the video on Hajiang to see how that goes.
Possibly our most challenging ride yet on a scooter.
Yes, it definitely was, but we're still in one piece.
So let's talk about the trip from Taiwan to Vietnam. We travelled on Vietjet. It was our first time on Vietjet and we were really pleasantly surprised.
Vietjet is a budget Vietnamese airline, and we booked it because it was cheap, but it was actually really great. You know, it was the typical budget airline in the sense that you had to pay extra for your baggage if you wanted to check in baggage, which we had to do.
And your meals.
And your meals, you had to pay for meals, but it was a relatively short flight. But we ate a meal on board, it was good, service was great, they were really efficient, quite a lot of leg room, clean plane,
and
on time.
Super cheap.
Super cheap. We had a great flight, I would recommend them.
So we spent a couple of days in Hanoi having a little bit of a wander around. Maybe at some stage we might release a video on Hanoi. We really enjoyed Hanoi, it was a great city.
Crazy busy, and it's kind of throwing you into the deep end of Vietnam, but yeah, we loved it. Great atmosphere, lots of fun things to see, crazy scooters everywhere, great energy in the city.
Great food.
Great food, of course, always Graham, great food. Yeah, and the coffee culture in Vietnam is something else to be experienced.
So getting to Halong Bay, we booked our tickets whilst we were in Hanoi. There is a whole range of options and choice for you. We just literally wandered the streets one evening and went to about 3 different tourist agencies and then decided on Victory Star. We booked literally 2 nights ahead of going and visiting Halong Bay.
That's right.
And there were lots of options open to us. We went to Halong via coach transfer from Hanoi. It was a couple of hours on the bus to get there.
And the coach was included in the price of the cruise, actually. That was part of the package, so I suspect most do that.
We stopped off at the cruise terminal. It was really, really busy, but all of the organisation behind us, we were marshalled along into a bar area and then onto our boat. It was all pretty seamless. It's a process.
Nice chaos, I'd say, but yes, it worked out in the end. The scenery in Halong Bay, it has to be seen to be believed. We have tried to capture it as best as possible, but it's really hard to capture really the majesty and the scale of those limestone cliffs and the rocks and monoliths and things that are in that bay. It is absolutely stunning. In this video, we're going to show you all the highlights of Halong Bay. We're going to give you a tour of the boat. We're going to show you all the activities that we did on the boat and of course the activities that we did off the boat.
Now, our trip to Halong Bay was a little bit outside our budget, so stick around to the end and you can see just how far outside our budget we went.
I don't want to stick around till the end and be reminded of how far outside our budget we went. You should, to see what it costs and see what great value it really was.
Getting out to the Victory Star was a seamless process. It does involve a ship-to-ship transfer from the main quay out to the Victory Star, but it was super easy, and the best thing was waiting for us when we arrived.
Looks like we've got an upgrade. I am going to be Madam President for the next few days. There's a first time for everything. This makes up for the $30 accommodation over the last few days. Oh, fancy. Oh, you should see this, it's beautiful. I am very glad we booked this boat now. We did book, not the basic room, we booked like a suite, but we didn't book the presidential suite. We're going to get settled and then give you a room tour. Welcome to the presidential suite. We love an upgrade. King size bed, chaise lounge, which will probably be used to store our bags. Another lounge. We've got some fruit, which I'm very appreciative of. Veranda number 1. And a nice little place to have a gin and tonic later, or a beer probably. And look at the view we have. Did I say we love an upgrade? Private spa bath, as we call it, or jacuzzi for our North American friends. Look at the view from all these big windows. It is phenomenal. Of course, we need the WC, which has a view of the shower in the next room. Veranda number 2 with a sun lounge each. So we don't have to race anybody else on this boat for a sun lounge in the morning.
Regardless of whether you book the 2 or the 3-day package, as we did, the first thing you get the opportunity to do is go for a bit of a kayak around this magnificent area.
Kayaking was a really great way to get up close and personal with this stunning scenery and the local wildlife.
There aren't a lot of places to swim in at Ha Long Bay, but there is one beach that everyone seems to go to, and we enjoyed swimming there later in the day. And while the daytime scenery at Ha Long is unbelievable, the evening presents its own magic. Cheers.
Cheers. What a night. I don't know if you can see it in this video, but there is the most magnificent full moon behind us, and we are on Ha Long Bay having a fantastic touristy cruise.
Touristy.
It's touristy for a really good reason though. It's just gorgeous here.
There must be at least 50 boats out on the bay here, and getting into some of the little channels earlier on today was fraught with terror and danger because of the number of people that were there, but coming out here in this evening with that full moon,
we couldn't have timed it better. We're just going to enjoy the view, enjoy our gin and tonics, and enjoy happy hour.
So we'd heard a few mixed reviews of boats and things like that when we were deciding to come here. We're on the Victory Star. It is really, really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. We had a beautiful meal today for lunch.
And we're here with a group of most probably 25, 30 people on board. We'd read a couple of things about, firstly, maybe pollution in Ha Long Bay. We'd not really seen any of that. And also the price of drinks on board. And again, It's pretty reasonable.
We got a free drink tonight. You buy two, get one free.
But overall first experience here on Halong Bay day one?
No complaints, love it.
No complaints at
Yeah.
all. It's fantastic. There are a whole heap of things you can do whilst you're on the boat. We loved some of the free cooking classes that the team had put on for us. There was fishing if you wanted to do that, and even a bit of morning yoga.
I am up early for a Tai Chi class, which I've never done Tai Chi. So this could be funny, or it could be relaxing and enjoyable.
You're late, mate.
The Tai Chi class was fun, but probably the best part of that morning was being up early and enjoying these views from the top deck of the boat.
But of course, the best thing to do at Halong Bay is to cruise the waterways. One of the benefits of spending a second night on board is that we have the opportunity to go and explore Lan Ha Bay. It's about 10 kilometres away from where we overnighted. We've enjoyed a really nice breakfast this morning and transferred to this smaller boat along with a whole bunch of other people, and we're on our way now.
I'm looking forward to the kayaking today. Apparently we can kayak through some sea caves, some of which can only be reached by kayak. Let's just hope nobody falls out of the kayak and all will be good. Look at this view though. Why wouldn't you want to be here even on a cloudy, windy day? It's gorgeous.
For those interested in pearl farming, there is the opportunity to visit some of the farms in the area, but for us, it was all about the stunning views and these majestic landscapes. Cheers!
Cheers! They actually make pretty good margaritas here.
Me too.
And you get 3 for the price of 2, so we're enjoying them. Another one of the highlights of the cruise were the meals. All meals are included, and most of them are table service in this beautiful dining room. Little basket with a cold compressed towel. It's like the old days on a plane. Remember when you used to get these on flights? That's how old I am. And a fancy little chef's hat napkin.
So what are your thoughts, darling?
The food has been excellent on this boat. It has been one of the bonuses. We haven't had to search for a food stall. We've just been fed and watered, yes, which is lovely. But it's time to get back to normal travel mode tomorrow. This has almost been like a little holiday for us, right? Because we're out of cheap bargain travel mode. But you can see the food, the menu is amazing, and the food has actually been really good, really good. I would recommend the Victory Star if you want to spend some money on a boat in Halong Bay. Someone's singing Sweet Caroline over there, pretty badly, but nevertheless, we know all the words. That's the over 50s boat. So we have got up early this morning to get to Sunot Cave in Halong Bay. It's us and about 2,000 of our friends. But apparently it's better to come in the morning because it's much less crowded. So I would really hate to see this place in the afternoon because it's pretty packed. But we've climbed very slowly up a whole bunch of stairs to get this magnificent view already of Halong Bay. How gorgeous is that? And we're about to head inside the cave, which is, I forget how big it is, but yeah, I think about 200 metres. I might have to get back to you on that. But haven't been in a cave for a long time, so looking forward to that. I'm so busy watching my feet that you can't really take in the cave. Nature is just phenomenal. Look how beautiful this is. Nothing in here is man-made except probably the stairs, but I'm a bit blown away by this.
Hey Trace, gift store.
Even in a natural environment like this, you've got to go through the gift store on the way out.
Well, we're not looking forward to the next part of this tour.
We've just finished in the caves, which was really lovely, and it is time to get back on the tender to get to the main boat, and we have to pay our drinks bill. We've been a little bit indulgent on this 3-day, 2-night cruise, and we've been drinking a few cocktails, a few beers, and some wine with dinner. So the budget is blown for the last few days, but it's definitely been worth it. It's been lovely.
So that closes out 3 days and 2 nights aboard this lovely ship, the Victory Star.
We have had a really nice time here. The ship is beautiful. The upgrade was excellent. Thank you to, I don't know who's responsible for that, but thank you if you're out there. And the meals were also really good. We had really good food on this ship.
Great staff. The whole experience was really good. The activities that we had here, whether it was the cooking classes, squid fishing.
Was a bit of a fail.
Not so much, but still really enjoyable.
While all of that is great, the ship was perfect, but the real attraction obviously is the bay itself. Halong Bay is gorgeous. It is well deserving of its UNESCO World Heritage listing. And I think it is a do not miss. If you come to Vietnam, and in particular Northern Vietnam, you need to come and see Halong Bay.
Yep, and doing it as a 3-day, 2-night adventure, I think was great. It lessens the rushing around. You have more time to relax doing it that way.
Yeah, and you do get to see that extra part of the area, Lan Ha Bay, which is also really beautiful and quieter than Halong Bay. So that, yeah, if you've got time, again, I would also recommend doing the 3 days, 2 nights.
Now, having received our drink spill, it's time for Tracy and I to head down to the galley and start washing plates and cups up.
That's why we enjoyed the cruise so much. We've been we haven't been penny pinching here, but we have had a nice few days, and it's back to our normal budget travel agenda going forward.
And I guess it raises a good point. A lot of the reviews that we read and some podcasts that we listened to said, paying a little bit extra to get a 5-star service to Halong Bay was definitely good advice and something that I think we've really benefited from.
Having said all of that, we are very close to being back to the actual port in the city of Halong. So we need to get ready to get off the boat, and it is once again
time to fly.